Hey guys, so I'm sharing today my May TBR, and I actually am not doing a book of the month selection for this month because I have a lot of holds on Libby that I want to be reading, and I've made my way through a lot of my physical books, and also I didn't really see anything that caught my attention for the May selections from book of the month. So let me just get into what I plan on reading. I'm just putting this on here. Who knows? Third month is the charm, I guess. Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Maybe I'll read this. I still haven't been in a fantasy mood, so this just hasn't been a high priority to me, but you know, maybe May will be the month. Next is one that I'm finishing that I was starting in April and for sure will finish it, and that's Murder by the Book. This is a cozy mystery. I talked about it last month because it was in my TBR for April and I just never got around to reading it, but let me tell you, it is everything I want in a cozy mystery. It is so perfect and lovely and I'm having such a good time. So this is high on the list. Pretty much all the rest of them are through the Libby app, so all of these I've actually been pushing back. I've had notifications that I could download them, but I've been reading other things. I've just been pushing it back till May. First off the list is Float Plan by Trish Dollar. This is a romance. I believe it's like a sailing romance, and there are hard topics mentioned in this book. I think there's like a trigger warning for suicide or something like that, so I don't think it's all super light and fluffy, but very interested in that. Next is Finlay Donovan is Killing It by Elle Cosimano. This I don't know anything about, but I do know that people who've been reading it are loving it, and it's been everywhere on Bookstagram, and so I'm pretty much just reading this for the hype that it has caused, and it's also a mystery, so I think I'm going to be in a little bit of a mystery mood because of the cozy mystery that I'm reading, and just like as a little bit of a break from romance. Next I have a historical, and it's A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem. This is like a recent historical release. I just saw it because of the cover and I thought it looked cute, so I put a hold on it, and I should be able to read it in May. Next I would like to read Joy in the Morning by Betty Smith. I don't know too much about this. It's kind of like historical fiction about this married couple and the first few years of their marriage, and I guess it's just a lot harder than they originally thought it was going to be. They go through some difficult times. Not really too sure, but I did see one person, I've only seen one person read this on Bookstagram, but she seemed to really like it, and when I saw the cover, I don't know, it was like a cover impulse thing for me. I was just so like interested in reading it. Next is To Love and to Loathe by Martha Waters. This is another historical romance. It just looks like Pride and Prejudice to me, which is why I would like to read it. This next one is a new release I've been really wanting to read, and that's Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. I should be able to get a copy of this from my library here pretty soon, and I feel like I've heard decent things about this one. Like, we all loved The Hating Game, and then it was very mixed on 99% Mine, but I've heard it's like people are liking this one a bit more than her second book, which I didn't like her second book, so I'm interested in this. And also it's set at like a retirement home, which I just think that sounds like a really sweet backdrop for a romance, so I'm definitely interested in that one. Something a little weird. So the last few days I've been getting really into like decluttering, and I was watching a YouTuber and she mentioned The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning by Margaret Magnuson. So I'm going to be listening to this book on audio, but I feel like I want to listen to this, just another perspective on minimalism and living like that, and I'm really interested in hearing about this. I've never heard of this before, so it just sounds really interesting to me, and I think it will be a very good motivating audiobook, and especially because like I'm so in the mood to just like declutter my entire house right now, so that is like, hopefully I'll be getting that within like the next week or so. And my final book I want to read in May, this is like more of like a maybe I'll get to it, but I would like to every month have a reread of a book that was an old favorite of mine, and part of me is a little hesitant to do this because I don't want to ruin these books in my head that I've hyped up for so many years because they used to be favorites, and I don't want to read them again and have that magic lost. But at the same time, there are some I want to read because I think I still will enjoy them. So for May, I would love to read The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. This was my favorite book for years and years. Like, if someone asked me what's your favorite book, it was The Truth About Forever, and I know I'm not alone. That is like probably her most popular book, and it's a lot of people's favorite books, and I feel like it will hold up in some ways. I think I'll do a reading vlog for me rereading The Truth About Forever just to see how that lives up, but that's actually going to be it for my May TBR. I may not read all of these. I may read who knows what else I'll read in May. It's kind of a giant mystery, but that's like my rough sketch for what I plan on reading. So share like your top priority for the month of May for you, because I'd love to know. My top priority is probably The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, so that's a complete surprise. I don't read nonfiction, but here I am. So anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching and happy reading.